See Reaper, my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading. With the prices going up or down over on Dixie for the daily, we did make a gap below us as we push forward. So if we do continue to push up to fill our higher gap, watch for a lower high. If we follow that with a lower low, we could create a bearish continuation and see Dixie continue lower. Remember, usually if Dixie breaks down, crypto's going to go up, so that could be positive. That VWAP is holding bullishly though, so we may have a little bit more movement yet to the upside here. Over on Bitcoin dominance for the daily, we did see a little bit of a push forward, nothing too exciting. Ideally, we would see a continued breakdown while our total and Bitcoin go up. Right now, we are seeing dominance weaken while Bitcoin and total go down. That's not going to really help us create an alt season. That VWAP is getting a strong bearish wave, so I would watch that. Could end up bringing us lower. Again, watch how the next few days play out though. Over on total for the daily, we do have a potential for a bullish pattern on the lower time frame. We'll cover how that played out, but stochastic is pulling back, RSI is pushing down, and VWAP is favoring bearish, bringing momentum and money flow lower. If that does not reverse, then we will continue to the downside. So we had a potential double bottom from last night. We did not get a push forward. We kind of met where our neckline would be, or that midway point would be, and then we got rejected. So that rejection does create slightly higher lows and slightly lower highs. This could be a symmetrical triangle here, which they can go up, they can go down. Again, they're not a great pattern to trade because it could go up, it could go down. Your probability is about the same for both sides. Our stochastic does want to push up though. VWAP is attempting to push forward. Watch if that VWAP can break bullishly and hold like it did back here. If it can, then we may get a higher high. But if that VWAP continues to favor bearish, I would watch for that push down to the 749. Over on Bitcoin futures, we do have, so we were on mute yesterday, so we have this gap area here. We're around this 80 to 76k range. That's going to be our first gap. Now, with us dropping so quickly with all the war news, I would err on the side of caution because we do have two other major gaps. One right around this 54k that is on the lower time frame, and then one from the bear market right around this 20k. So we did create that back in the bear market. So if we see this geopolitical landscape continue, then we may end up visiting those zones. Our stochastic does want to push down. VWAP is favoring bearish. Momentum is dropping. Overall, I would err on the side of caution here. Over on the 1 hour, we do have lower highs with lower lows, so we do have a bearish continuation as the highs and lows don't connect. So I would watch very close. That could continue to drop us away. It could also try to be a descending wedge, but I would not bet on that right now. As if we drew from here to here, I wouldn't really, they don't really connect. It'd take quite a bit of messing around to get all this to connect in any kind of way. That'd be a wedge. This could be a slight descending channel as these do sort of connect here if you don't include back here. So that could be positive as we may see a little more downside and then a bounce forward. That downside could push us into the gapped range and then give us a bullish breakout afterwards. So we will leave that there just to see how that plays out. But stochastic does want to push forward. RSI is trying to gain strength. Momentum is trying to push up. That VWAP is trying to gain strength. So we do look like we are trying to gain a little bit of strength. But again, watch things very closely. We need that 1 hour to flip bullishly and hold if we're going to continue forward. Over on Bitcoin for the daily, again, I'm not going to try and predict any kind of prices. We have no patterns. I do pattern trading. So I'm just mainly looking at supports and resistances at this point. So again, refer to those gaps for Bitcoin on the futures. Stochastic does want to pull back. RSI is starting to weaken. That VWAP is starting to favor bearish, bringing momentum lower, and if that VWAP does not reverse soon, money flow will continue to drop down, and we will continue lower. Again, we did shoot up very quick, and when you do make a quick move up, you do end up retracing with a move down. Now, we are making a pretty quick move down, so if we continue seeing these red candle after red candle, we could easily make a bounce forward back up as well. And as long as we make some consolidative moves as we make that move forward, then we could continue up. Now, over on the 1 hour, the only hopeful thing I'll say for Bitcoin is we have a drop, a rise, a drop. If we can get a rise here, we may continue back into that previous consolidation range with a double bottom possibility. So this double bottom, that'd probably be the only pattern I'd be targeting right now. If you want a price target, that would give you a price target right, oops, I have that a little too high, right just below that 93K. So that would be a retest of that critical resistance. If we break through and hold, then we may see some positive momentum here. Our stochastic does want to push up, VWAP is trying to push forward, and momentum does want to gain strength. Again, with all the geopolitical things going on, black swan events, one thing being said, could easily reverse this and make us have a bearish trend. Now, we can cover a graph for you real quick, Abolisher, since you requested that, and then we'll be done for the night. Over on graph, we did attempt to push back into our flag, so we do have a retest and a potential rejection with a long upper shadow candle. If followed by a stronger red candle, then we could continue lower and see this bear flag bring us down right around that 6 cent range. So I would watch for those areas. I would DCA in some decent ranges in between then, because again, don't go for the max pain or max gain. If we zoom out, we have some consolidation right here around 10 cents and some consolidation right here around 9.2. So those could be some midway points, just in case you're looking at DCAing in. Stochastic is pulling back. That VWAP does want to push forward. Momentum is trying to gain strength, and that money flow is favoring bearish. So I would exercise caution real carefully. It does look like we do have that attempt to gain bullish traction, and we do have a potential bearish momentum going on now. On the 1 hour, we have higher highs and higher lows, so that could be positive. But right now, if we draw a channel here, I would see if these connect. If they do connect, then we may have a bit of a bear. Yeah, this is a rising channel, so rising channels do tend to bring you down. That would be a breakdown possibility of that 11 cent retest for that major support here. And then if we are not able to hold that, that's where we could see that further breakdown to the next major support or one of those midway points that we mentioned. Thank you all for watching tonight's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like and subscribe and join us in the Discord.